What do you do while you're waiting for your taco truck order to get ready? Make a video quick. So I went to Online Discogs, buy 3 albums the other day. I came home with over 50. So let's show you what I got here. Jethro Tull, too old to rock and roll, too young to die. Don't have enough Tull. Needed to get some Tull. Rockpile. Probably the worst album Rockpile made, but still a pretty good album. Dave Edmunds, Nick Lowe, Billy Bremner, Terry Williams on drums. A lot of fun. High school. Just needed this from high school. Starting to get back into some Styx again, but this is heard at a lot of high school parties. My Wisconsin buddies might remember that, my Madison friends. Used to own this at some point. You know, I probably thought it was uncool or got rid of it, but hey, it's a good album. Let's check it out again. A lot of these I went looking for one album. Like I said, found these for $4, $5, $6 online. Not a Phil Collins solo fan, but $5, how can you argue? You know, it looks in pretty good shape. Most of these are in pretty good shape. All VG pluses, except for a couple that I wasn't paying enough attention. Atlanta Rhythm section, $3, $4, man. Just wanted to check it out. Got another ARS in here somewhere too. The Tubes, excited about this one. Remote Control, produced by Todd Rundgren. Know the Tubes more by reputation than listening to them, so wanted to check it out. I'm going to grab a few albums while I'm down here now. Hard to argue with the Little Feat album. Time Loves a Hero. Some great tracks on here. New Delhi Freight Train, Old Folks Boogie, Rocket in My Pocket. Some classics. I should be naming more of these songs. I didn't know too many of these songs on these other ones. The Phil Collins, I Don't Care Anymore, was a hit. You Can't Hurry Love. Those are the hits on that one. Tubes, I didn't know that album. ARS, anything on this one I knew? Not really. This was a shot in the... Oh, Spooky. That was a track that I recognized on that. Oh, well. Skyhooks, Australian band. The guy who runs the Split Ends, Neil Finn, Tim Finn, Crowded House Fan Club, used to help these guys out. And it's always raving about them, so I figured I'd check them out. Thank you, Peter Green. If you ever see this, Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Again, hard to argue with some of these in here. $4. This one looks a little bit more worn, but the album's in good shape. I like the tracks on here. Dark Star, I think, is on here. I can't read it all. Shadow Captain. Some of those are rubbed out. I think Dark Star's on there too. Kansas Leftoverture. Again, $5, man. Albums of my youth. Carry On My Wayward Son. Miracles Out of Nowhere. Magnum Opus. This album we heard a lot of at parties in high school in the Mad City. The album's in good shape. The cover's not, but who cares? Double album, like $10 for this, man. Really good shape, sounds great. Chicago Transit Authority, the first one. Don't have any of that early Chicago. Put this one back in the wrong place. Really good Jimmy Buffett album. Son of a Sailor, one of my favorites. I like every track on this album. I enjoyed listening to this the other day. Got that one with the wrong group. Ry Cooder Jazz. This was really good. I didn't know it, man. I don't have much Ry Cooder. Bought it on reputation of him. Good stuff. Really good stuff. I like that one. It was just enjoyable. It's a very chill album. It made me relax and smile. In Search of the Lost Chord. I got a few Moody Blues albums in here you're going to see. Nice psychedelic cover on this one. I haven't listened to this one yet. I have this on expanded edition CD. I've always liked this album. Departure, Ride My Seesaw, Legend of a Mind, Voices in the Sky, The Actor, The Word, Om. Great album. Retrospective, Springfield, Buffalo Springfield, Neil Young, Steve Stills, Richie Fury, Mr. Soul, For What It's Worth, On the Way Home, Nowadays Clancy Can't Even Sing, Rock and Roll Woman, Expecting to Fly. Good stuff. I'm curious about this Little River Band Greatest Hits. Okay, this looks like the original people. I was reading about Little River Band. Had some legal hassles, and some fill-in musicians now own the name and tour under their name, though they didn't write any of the songs. They were the original ones. Linda Ronstadt. Don't have much Linda. Got to take a shot at this early stuff. Rock Me on the Water, the Jackson Browne song. Birds by Neil Young. Looking forward to listening to that. Don't know much about it. Emmylou Harris. I love Emmy. I got some of her later stuff. Now I got some of her early stuff. Rodney Crowell. I've heard that name. He writes a lot of stuff on here with Emmy. Dolly Parton. Merle Haggard. This is a band from my college days, Swing Out Sister. Kind of a synth dancey-ish band, but I always liked them. Breakout was a hit on this. I think that's the one they take a jazz song and put lyrics to it. As I heard our band playing it at school, it's like, I know this song. It got me thinking about this. I've had this on tape, I think. I don't think I've had many of these other albums on anything over here. No, these are all. Oh, I mentioned the Moody Blues one, the first Tube album, White Punks on Dope. Good stuff. Good stuff. That one's produced by Al Cooper. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, I think. Robert Cray, Strong Persuader, just an album I remember from college years, I think. High school and college. Yeah, 86. Post-college. But this had a bunch of hits. Smoking Gun, I guess I showed her. Right Next Door. Those were all pretty popular. Don't know anybody in the band, but blues band. Jack Bruce, Bill Lord, and Robin Trower, BLT. Can't argue with Trower. Jack Bruce. I bought this just on reputation of the name. I know this album's not as great as it could be, but there's got to be some good bass, some good guitar, and some good vocals in there somewhere. And here's another similar one to that. Beck, Bogart, and the Peace. Another little one-off power trio. I think BLT made a second album at some time, but they didn't do a whole lot. But Stevie Wonder's Superstition on here, which was actually written for Jeff Beck, or inspired by Jeff Beck. Stevie was opening for Beck and wrote that song for him, and true or not, I don't know. Beck said, too good, Stevie. You release it first. Another Linda Ronstadt. I can argue with $5 for Linda. I don't know any of the names of these tunes right offhand, but looking forward to getting it. Another Jethro Tull. I needed to add some older Tull. Songs from the Woods. Again, basically bought on reputation of the band and knowing I like other stuff of theirs. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Greatest Hits. It's like, I Need Something by Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Used to be all the songs I know, and probably about 70% of songs I don't know. Dickie Betts and Great Southern. Again, never heard a track off of this. Dickie Betts, Allman Brothers Band. Had to give it a shot. And it's probably $4. I don't know. This is $2 on here. I think I paid more than that. You Can't Have Her. I think I know that song. And I got a couple of Bruce Coburns here. Like Bruce a lot. Saw him in concert this year. Health is still looking good. His spine's really bent over and hunched, but played great, sounded excellent. So, Rumors of Glory is on this. Tokyo, Fascist Architecture, all songs I know pretty well. Looking forward to hearing this. Haven't heard anything I don't like from Bruce. So all these records are from one dealer except the Jimmy Buffett. Those are got it in the wrong pile. And then another Bruce Coburn. What's this? The Further Adventures of. I don't know any of the tunes off here. Still in the plastic. I mean, it's a cutout. Still in the plastic, but it's a gatefold. I mean, I like to enjoy my albums. I mean, I'm not really a collector, not looking to make money off of these. Maybe I should. But the plastic's going to come off this because I want to see the gatefold and what they put in for the artwork and all that. So they took the time to make it. I want to see it. I'm surprised I don't know any tracks on here. Oh well. I'll know them before too long. What was the album in this bunch? Oh, and then this one. I got these two again. I forgot about this. Jason gets this album. I already have this one. It's a good copy of it though. And then this is the album I went looking for that led me to all those other ones. The Secret Police as well. Look at the lineup on this. Sting, Jeff Beck, and Eric Clapton playing together. Bob Geldof with Johnny Fingers. Those guys are both basically from the Boomtown Rats. Phil Collins, Donovan, the Secret Police, which is most of the above, and a few other people connected to this little event. I love the Secret Policeman's Ball. I have the first one. Got on a kick of this. And you'll see I have another one here coming up shortly. Another buyer. God, I was surprised how many tracks I knew this off this. By the Light of the Moon, Los Lobos. This is a really good album. Anybody looking to start off with the Los Lobos, this is pretty good. T-Bone Burnett produced. So that's always a good sign. T-Bone's well known. What was on this? There's a lot of tracks on One Time, One Night, Shake, Shake, and Shakes. Shake and Shake and Shakes. Set Me Free, Rosalie. There's another couple I recognize on the back, but I don't recognize the titles. It's a good album. If you want some good rock and roll, Los Lobos. Album I used to have in college, Manfred Mann, like this. Just listen to this. The second side was better than the first, I thought. The first three songs on the first side were pretty good. The second and third were okay, and then it got good after that again. Toto, the first album, again, just bought on reputation. I'm surprised a lot of metal people like Toto. That's why I bought that. Ooh, this is an album I used to listen to a lot. Kinks, One for the Road. What a great live album this is. Catch Me Now I'm Falling, Hard Way, Lola, Pressure, All Day and All of the Night, Celluloid Heroes, Low Budget, Superman, and more. Of course, they got You Really Got Me on here. But that's just some great live stuff. Roger Daltrey. This one's harder to see the title there. One of the Boys. Avenging Annie. Man, what an awesome track that was. That sounded so good on the headphones. Twang Bar King, Adrian Belew. I was thrilled to see this. Good shape, too. Where's the one I went looking for here? Concert for Kampuchea. Look at the lineup here. The Clash, Elvis Costello and the Attractions, Ian Dury and the Blockheads, Paul McCartney and Wings, Pretenders, Queen, Rockpile, The Specials, Who, Rockestra, which is made up of all these guys. I mean, what a lineup for a live show. It's my children's children, the Moody Blues. I listened. This is really good. This is a great album. I got it on CD and I was shocked how much I enjoyed listening to that. And the whole reason I bought all of this batch, I was looking for the Police Synchronicity. It completes my Police collection there. What do we got over here? I gotta get my tacos soon here, so this is going on too long. I think I'll finish this up in a few minutes. Okay, let's finish up this video at dinner. Feeling full. Again, searching for 3 albums, sort of a 4th one, and ended up with over 50, or around 50. So, what do we got next here? Another Moody Blues. A Question of Balance. I haven't owned this one before, so I got a lot of Moody Blues albums. I didn't realize. I think I got 4 of them. I like To Our Children's Children better than that one. I think that's good. But Children was just excellent. Another Atlanta Rhythm section, a rock and roll alternative. This is pretty good, solid. I got this for the song So Into You. I was familiar with it, but I'd heard a lot about this as a southern rock band I hadn't really listened to, so I figured I'd check it out. What do we have here? On the Moody Blues, Question, and the Tide Rushes In. Melancholy Man, I like that song a lot, Melancholy Man. But another nice psychedelic cover from the Moodies. Always liked that band. I know they're on the mellow side, but I like my mellow music. American Woman, the Guess Who. Didn't own any Guess Who. American Woman is one of their biggest songs. Let's give it a shot, see how it goes. I think it's Burton Cummings, the singer. Great voice, great singer. Here is another Moody Blues, Days of Future Past. I have actually never owned this album on anything, which is surprising me. No CD, no tape. But this is the first time I've had this. Nights in White Satin, of course, Tuesday Afternoon, I think, are the big songs off of that. But I'm looking forward to hearing that. I haven't listened to this batch yet. Yeah, there are a few stabs in the dark on this at this dealer. Elvin Bishop's Struttin' My Stuff. This has the awesome single that Mickey Thomas sings. It was later in Starship and Jefferson Starship. Fooled Around and Fell in Love. And bought it based on that, and looking forward to checking out the rest of it. Again, $4 or $5. I don't mind taking a shot at some of these, seeing how they turn out. If I didn't, this was the one I went to this dealer for. I wasn't originally the Sunday Manoa, Cracked Seed. If you're not from Hawaii, you're not gonna, or not into Hawaiian music, you're not gonna recognize this. This album is Peter Moon, the Casimiro Brothers, and Gabby Pahanui on steel guitar on there. But really excited to get this one. I don't know how I searched out this or came up with it, but that's why this is the album that took me to this dealer that got me these other albums in this batch we've been looking at here. There are a few little more oddball stuff here. Delbert Mcclinton, singer I like. I saw him at the met him at the Joint back in the days of the Joint, and talked to him. Nice guy, great singer, harmonica player. Didn't recognize any tracks off of that. 10cc. This is the 1977, the later part of 10cc after Godley and Cream had left. Kevin Godley, Lal Cream. So this is just the main band with, what is it, Eric Graham Goldman, and Eric Stewart on the vocals. And they had one other guy here, Paul something or another, in the band. Good Morning Judge, The Things We Do for Love, one of their biggest hits, if not their biggest hit. Didn't recognize anything else on this one right away, but I've been wanting some 10cc. I have their greatest hits. I like to get some of their earlier stuff too. I have their live album of all things too. This one's on the turntable right now. I think the title says it all. Jeff Beck. Actually going to see him in concert in a couple of months. Got next week, I got 2 shows. Roger Waters and Jerry Harrison and Adrian Belew doing Remain in Light. And here's that Son of a Sailor. I had it in the wrong group before. This is a really good album. If you like the mellow music, that's a good one. And I gotta slide over here and grab my last stack. Okay, what have we got here? I really like this album. Steve Winwood, Arc of a Diver, his second solo album, 1980, I think. Definitely got some 80s feel and sound to it, not as much as his next album. But I really like this album. Steve plays everything on it. Does everything but writes but the lyrics, and he's got some lyric writers on there. But Arc of a Diver, love that track. While You See a Chance. But the whole album, Secondhand Woman, Slow Down Sundown, Spanish Dancer, Night Train, Dust. I like all the songs. I have this on a cassette tape. It used to be something I played a lot. I needed a real copy of that. Chris Raya, most of you probably don't know him. Fool If You Think It's Over was the big hit off of this album. I think Whatever Happened to Benny Santini, I think that's his real name. I want to guess on that. Listen to this. It's like I'm listening to the first track. It's like, my God, this is absolutely incredible. How did this not become bigger? And then it went into another section. It's like, oh, this doesn't work for me. So I'm curious to see how this ages and listen to it again. Whether it's, just different than I expected. But yeah, some of the transitions in there didn't work for me. There goes Rhyme and Simon. Can't argue with the Paul Simon album. Something So Right, Loves Me Like a Rock. American Tune, Kodachrome. One Man's Ceiling is Another Man's Floor. We saw this one before. I got 2 copies of this. Kind of glad I got 2 copies of this. One's going to, I bought one for my friend Jason. But both 2 different dealers, both in good shape. Both sounded really scratchy. I'm wondering if it's a bad pressing or just dirty, and if a real good record cleaner will help those, or if it's just a bad pressing. The first one I listened to, I was like, oh, dang it. This one's going to Jason. It's noisy. And then I put the other one on, and it's just as bad. This is the album I went to this particular dealer for, The Secret Policeman's third ball. I actually have the first ball too. Kate Bush live. That doesn't happen very often. Kate Bush with David Gilmour on guitar. Lou Reed's on here. Lou Reed's got Jackson Browne and Peter Gabriel singing background vocals for him. Duran Duran. Peter Gabriel does Beat Goat. Mark Knopfler and Chet Atkins together doing, here's the track listing on this. This is a little bit better. And there, so you can see it. The Nick Kershaw song I love. Jackson Browne's a great version of this. This is the highest priced single album I bought, and all this is like $15. Near mint copy. It was near mint. It is a cutout. Somewhere on here it's a cutout, but the album was in near mint shape. A little harder to find than those other Secret Policeman balls, but it's like, okay, it might be it. Here's another near mint album. Dave Edmunds Tracks on Wax 4. This is basically a rock pile album, but with Dave Edmunds being the lead vocalist for most of the tunes. Contractual obligations didn't let them come together as that. So that's the compulsive part of me. Go looking for 4 albums, 3 albums, and then that Hawaiian one. Came home with a bunch of others. Like I said, $5. I had troubles resisting a lot of those. Some at 6, some less than 5. But that's my album store. And then I went, my local record store had a sale on Saturday and Sunday, and I went over there and ended up not even buying anything. I didn't like the parking. The small parking lot. You had to park in places that were marked for other businesses. I was worried about getting hassled or my car towed or something like that, so I couldn't relax in the store. And I got another 25, 30 albums to listen to that I haven't even listened to yet from this batch. So thanks for tuning in. I have another video out, some more music content. Starting to put this out. I have a Alan Parsons Project album ratings. I'm going to have a Crowded House coming up here real soon. Kate Bush after that, album ratings, album rankings, I should say. Favorite to least favorite. It's hard to say best to worst because those collections there are no bad albums. So thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you later. Have a good day. Feel free to subscribe if you'd like. If not, you'll come back because of my awesome content anyways.